southbound Center, 175 Second Avenue. 175 Second
The National Disaster Search Dog Foundation is a 501c3 nonprofit that began in 1996, about a year or so after our founder, Wilma Melville, came back from the Oklahoma City bombing with her search dog, Murphy. And she realized there was a major shortage of trained and certified disaster search dogs, specifically meant for urban disasters. She came back determined to change that. And Wilma is very much like the dogs that we train. She's determined, she's tenacious, and it's going to happen when she puts her mind to it. Our mission is to strengthen disaster response in America by recruiting and rescuing search dogs from shelters and training them to be search dogs that are partnered with firefighters and first responders across the country.
So when dogs first arrive here, we have to teach them bark equals toy. It's the very first thing that a dog learns. And we do that over a session of what we call drive work. We teach them to bark at inaccessible live human scent. We have a person hidden in a barrel. Dogs learn to seek out that barrel and then provide their bark alert telling the handler that there's a person at this location who is missing. Once they have that on flat ground, we transfer that to the rubble.
The dogs that we're looking for disaster search are very specific. We call them diamonds in the rough, RUFF. They have to have a very unique skill set, unique innate ability to do things the way that we need them to be done. And not every dog wants to do that.
We're looking for dogs with really intense toy drive, really desiring to have that toy, find that toy. They want to tug, they want to bark at it if they can't have it. And if we throw it on the rubble, are they gonna hunt endlessly for it? Are they never ever gonna give up? That's the kind of dog we're looking for. So the handler's training is just as important as the dog's training. They come in for 2 weeks. It's a lot of information. It's really long days. They're learning everything they will need in order to pass their FEMA certification down the line.
It is very apparent when you see a firefighter, first responder, new handler come to our campus for their 2-week handler course, not sure what to expect, not quite sure what's about to happen. They know it's exciting, but they know it'll be difficult and challenging at the same time. And then you introduce them to the dogs that they're going to be working with for that 2-week duration of that course. They don't know who they're going to be partnered with. They don't know which dog will be theirs. Now, certain individuals and dogs, you will see it immediately and we say, that is it. That is a done deal. They are partnered, and you can just see the dog looking up, making that eye contact, responding to that handler without even being asked to, just based on body language alone. That bond is so apparent and so just, you can feel it. It is amazing.
It is tough to let these dogs go once we've worked with them for months and months. We have to build good relationships with these dogs. We care for these dogs, we love these dogs, we enjoy our time with them. But it's also really rewarding to see them move on, move out of our training kennel and go into homes with the firefighters that they're paired with. Seeing them put the skills into real life scenarios, the skills that I or the other trainers helped put on those dogs, and then to think that they could potentially save somebody's life. It's super rewarding. It makes me super proud to see those dogs, and there are a number of them that have had deployments since I've been here.
One of the most special places here on our National Training Center campus is the Canine Memorial Wall, where we memorialize all of the dogs who have crossed the Rainbow Bridge, as we call it. So every search dog that has been partnered and certified is up there, that is passed on. And a lot of times you'll find a handler here spending a quiet moment with a dog that has passed on or with teammates that have passed on. And it's a really special place. There are artistic renderings of each dog, and they are very lifelike, very reminiscent of the dog itself. And so it's a very special place for a lot of us to have here on campus and to be able to visit from time to time. Our former executive director deployed with her dog, Abby, to the World Trade Center after 9/11. they were searching this large space, this large area where we knew that people had either been killed or might be trapped beneath the rubble. There was a fire station that had been affected. They had lost many of their firefighters that had been in the building when they collapsed. And they asked her if she and her dog would search that particular space because they had found the breathing apparatus of one of their fallen firefighters. And so she took that responsibility and said, yes, I will absolutely search. So she got Abby ready. She told her to search. Abby searched the area thoroughly, as she does. And Abby did not indicate that there was any survivor in that space. There was no bark alert. There was no body language that indicated that there was anyone there. And so when she called Abby back to her after the search was complete, she had to turn to the fire captain and say, I'm sorry, but she's not letting me know that there's anyone here alive. And obviously that's an emotional moment for those firefighters. That is their brother that they worked with for years and years and that they responded to the World Trade Center with. And they said, okay, we understand, and basically we trust your dog. And that was a turning point for her in her career and her understanding of just how important the experience and the job that these dogs do really is to people. So today, 24 years after our founding, the Search Dog Foundation has deployed to over 180 disasters throughout the country and the world. You know, we've graduated from missing person searches or vehicle crashes, things like that, to major international deployments to Haiti, Japan, Nepal, Mexico City after major earthquakes and a tsunami, the one in Japan. And so we've really had to grow along the way and start thinking bigger, but we're still that SDF family at heart. We still have our home here at the National Training Center, and our teams still come back and share those experiences and those lessons that they've learned on deployment so that future generations of handlers and dogs can learn from it and be better prepared. And that's what we will always be. No matter how big we get, no matter how many deployments we go on, no matter how many teams we train, that is the through line, that they will always come back, they will always continue to teach the next generation and pay it forward, because that's all we can do to prepare. We can't see the future, but we can do our best to prepare for it.